Hey Maple. Hey Mabel. Red label. Maple Red. Hey, it's Brainmuffin back with another beer review, and today we have Sam Adams Maple Red. This is out of their seasonal pack. I think it's the fall season pack. So there's going to be a bunch of Sam Adams. I'm going to try and break them up. This is the first one out of the pack we're reviewing, and who knows, it'll be like the 9th one I post or something. Sometimes I'm like that. I don't know. I edit them in different orders, and I shoot them in one order, edit in a different order, whatever. So anyway, we have the Maple Red. So this is a rich and complex. It says rich and complex with maple sweetness. So by the name, I'm going to expect it to be a red ale with probably maple syrup or some kind of maple flavoring. It might be a little on the sweet side. I don't know. I've had some beers that kind of seasonal with maple when they put other spices in there, and it's not so bad. And I got one on my little drippies. So Maple Red. Let's see what we got. Now I have had this before, but let's see if my rating of it holds up on a second occurrence. So on the nose, it's very clean, which is what I come to expect from the Sam Adams beers. Many of their non-high-end, they have some that are like 10% and stuff. Those tend to be over the top. But just about anything you're going to buy in a regular store, whether it's all year long or seasonal, I expect to be very clean on the nose, very almost clinical in many ways. And this one, no exception. So there's a little bit of hint of malt on the nose, no hops, and a little tiny hint of kind of a maple syrup or a mapley aroma. That is very interesting. So it has a nice complex malt backbone. So there's probably a little bit of hop bitterness in there to kind of kick the sweetness down because it's not overly sweet. But they're definitely using several different types of malt there because you can get the complexity, not get any like biscuit or anything, which is good. But you do kind of get hints of slightly roasted malt, probably roasted or baked crystal malt. So you get this sweetness and this kind of a nutty, kind of a slight roasted nuttiness, just a tiny bit. And about 2/3 the way back is when you start to get the maple flavor. What I like about it is it's maple, but it's not sick, sweet, syrupy maple. So they're probably using grade B would be my guess, because it's not as sweet. It's about as expensive as grade A. Grade A is what your syrup is made from. And usually grade B has all the flavor, but it's less sweet, and that's what a lot of brewers use. That's just a guess on my part. I don't have a list of ingredients, and I don't know if they have it on their website. And that's again I spilled. This is one of my, it's a great day, AAA. Anyway, there we go. Yep, it's really late. It's still kind of fizzy. Now I've had some brown ales in the past that have maple that really feel like they would go well with breakfast. This isn't one of them. Maybe when it's a little bit warmer. I haven't had this sitting out long enough. I think the problem you're going to run into is there's going to be too much maple, but you could definitely have, say, sausage and bacon and eggs and stuff like that. I wouldn't have buttermilk pancakes with maple syrup. That might be too much of a contrast, not quite sweet enough. And there is a brewery that has one that's like that. I need to go rate. I forget. It's been years since I've had that. I don't remember. They're out of Colorado, but I don't remember the name of them. But you got a nice kind of a deep reddish, almost bronze kind of coloring. There's a little bit of red here, but down here it's a little bit more brown, almost orange. So it does have nice clarity, which I fully expect from a Sam Adams beer. It does hold up to what my expectations. Very fizzy, lots of active carbonation. The beers, they make their own glassware, so they kind of go hand in hand. And the best way, in my opinion, to have a Sam Adams beer is in their glassware. Whether it's the smaller version, they do have a larger one. I think it might be 20 ounces, something like that. There are imitations, but I would not accept an imitation. And a lot of beers are good in this. This is already starting to warm up a bit. The malts are starting to open up. So it does have a nice, rich, malty complexity to it. A few spices in there, but not many. and then the maple kind of shows up. It's really good. But to me, I want to just have, you could have breakfast with it if you wanted. But to me, it's real, I got real fatty sausages and meats like that with this. That's kind of what I'm getting off of here. Perhaps some slightly sauteed onions and mushrooms. I wouldn't do like a steak because that just wouldn't have, I mean, I'm really getting sausage-based foods with this thing. And man, I'm glad I closed the windows because now somebody else is mowing their yard. We haven't had much rain and no one's yard's really growing, but for some stupid reason, everybody was mowing their yards yesterday and today. My son mowed ours, and you can barely even tell, so whatever. And we watered ours. I know most of you don't care. But there you go. I'm giving it a 4 and a quarter, so 4.25 out of 5. Mainly because it has the beginnings of some characteristics, but it's just too clinical for me to be a 5. Which is typical of a lot of Sam Adams beers. And where they're good, they're to style just too well. But hey, that's, you know, some breweries, they do all kinds of crazy stuff, and Sam Adams is not the only one that stays to style. There are a lot of breweries that stay to style, and that's fine. And, you know, there's no problem with that. It's just I'd like to see a little bit more personality. That's what I'm looking for. But very good. You know, this is a recommended beer. I would have this over the Boston Lager any single day. If you can find this on draft, I bet you it's even smoother than out of the bottle, and it's probably even better. Most beers are. Maybe it's 4.5 or 4 3/4 out of on draft. I'm not saying that, I don't know if they have it or not. But so, have you had the Maple Red? Let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know what beers you wanted. We got a crap ton to get through. I've been purchasing beer for about 3 or 4 weeks, and I've shot like 4 reviews, so I've got a lot of stuff to get through over the next, I don't know, we'll see. But let me know what beers you'd like. I got some smoked beers I got to get back to, and let me know, send me a message, let's have a conversation. How would you pair this? But I'm getting really fatty meats and some onions and maybe some mushrooms and like good German sausages and stuff like that. So, all right. Thank you very much. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for the like. Thanks for subscribing, clicking below. That really helps me out. We're going to get monetization working again on this thing at some point. I don't know. But let's have a conversation and enjoy a bit of beer. Cheers. All right, how's this look? Obviously, we got to get the noise levels down. I think this crap is on camera. And maybe we can get a little zoomed in. All right? All right, we've got another test, and I don't have my phone. Can't check in untapped. And that thing looks so crooked. Maybe it's my head. All right, let's see. Levels 137. It would also help if I was a little more centered on the lights. This light's burnt out. Wacht in de huur. Wacht, nou man. Leg nog even goed zo. How do you like my fake Dutch? Is it 40 watts? 50? I'm not sure, I can't tell. Here we go! Here we go! Here we go! Here we go! I think I do these differently every time. Oh well. So what happens when you don't have a dedicated studio. Maybe someday when the children move out. Hey, it's Brainmuffin back.